The Italian coach spoke ahead of Madrid's game against Celta Vigo, where Los Blancos are looking to remain unbeaten. Carlo Ancelotti sat down in front of the press to talk about the upcoming LaLiga game against Celta Vigo. He spoke about Luka Modric's playing time, Vinicius and Rodrygo, Bellingham's adaptation, Rubial's forced kiss on Jenny Hermoso, Gabri Veiga choosing Saudi Arabia over Napoli, penalties, Tchouaméni and transfers. Here is everything he had to say. Thoughts on the game against Celta. It will be a special game in their centenary. We want to continue our run. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Rubial's behavior. It's a delicate topic, but it was behavior that I didn't like. Obviously, it wasn't the behavior of a president of a federation. Who will be the goalkeeper for the game against Celta? Yes, it's going to be Kepa. Ancelotti managing one game more than in his previous stint as head coach. The last game we lost there I think was before the Champions League final. Getting past 120 games is a success. We have done well. They were 119 games that were generally good. For the next 120 we start tomorrow. I feel good with the team. I see a motivated squad with a lot of quality. And they're excited. That's the feeling I have. How is Modric dealing with his new role on the bench? Are you worried he could go to Saudi Arabia? No, Luka has decided what he wants to do. It's not the usual thing for him, he's not playing as normal. Obviously he's not happy, but he's doing great. He will contribute, there is no problem. For everyone, including myself. It's strange not to see Modric start from the beginning. But he will contribute as he has done in previous seasons. What do you think of the signing of Gabri Veiga to Saudi Arabia? Arabia offers more money than in Europe, that's a fact. With what's happening, anyone can do what they want. It's clear that the international organizations should evaluate the topic and take the decisions necessary to straighten out the market. Do you feel comfortable with Rubiales as president of the Spanish Football Federation? I think the behavior of one person doesn't affect me. I have very clear ideas of how I have to behave. I am perfectly aware as I'm the manager of Real Madrid. I'll stick with what I have to do. Will Vinicius be the number one penalty taker? He didn't ask for it. Rodrygo, Valverde and he are all training. Modric is used to it. Has Bellingham's adaptation surprised you? Bellingham has already shown at Dortmund that he is a very vertical player. Perhaps more with the ball than without it. His adaptation has been very good, because he is very intelligent and he moves well without the ball. What do you think about the number of games in a season? Our responsibility is to say what we think. We all think there are too many games. All coaches think that there are too many games. Do you rule out signing anyone before the end of the transfer market? Yes, I am ruling it out. Do you think Rubiales should resign? I'll stick with what I said. I don't know if he'll resign. I hope they take the right decision. What has changed with Tchouaméni? It's the player from the first part of the season. After the World Cup he had an injury and felt it. Now he's showing what he showed last year. He's a very important pivot player for the way we play. What have you worked on these few weeks without having the problem of playing too many games? It has been a very important period, because without playing so many games you can do a lot of physical work. We have done it at the start of every week. We were able to do it, but it wasn't normal. Next week we'll do the same job. How do you value the job Vinicius and Rodrigo have done to fit into the new system? I think Rodrigo has no problem. He's used to playing slightly more inside. Vinicius is adapting very well, as he's having a lot more opportunities. The truth is that I'm not forcing it. He has the quality to choose. Inside I think he will have more chances to score. Inside he can score with one touch, if he's on the outside he can't do that. I had a player, Inzaghi, who scored 200 of his 300 goals with one touch. I'm not saying they're similar players, but he has to learn to move that way inside the box. Are you worried about Saudi Arabia's impact on football? I don't think so. Our squad is closed. Someone can change idea, but I'm not sure about this. I'm not scared. Feed Valverde's new role in the team. I think that, in this system, his position has changed slightly. He is playing a little further back than last year and I think that can help him. He has understood perfectly well that as he has space, he has to run with the ball. For him, playing with one or two touches doesn't make sense. He has a tremendous ability to run with the ball. I can never ask him to play with one or two.